Hello everyone, Luke here and welcome back to the channel. So, I think by now it's pretty apparent that I absolutely love 3D printing. I love designing, I love printing, and I love it when things just work as they were intended. And something that I struggled with when I first started using 3D printers is, well, deciding what to print. I would usually scour Thingiverse, I'll find little models and little trinkets that, well, I've never touched twice since they've been printed. And I think, well, that's a little bit of a waste. So of course, I'm always trying to think about what to print next. And usually what I do is I'll take a problem that I've got and I'll try to design something specifically to resolve that problem. That way I'm always thinking about it, I'm always designing, and I'm always printing, and this right here is no exception. So recently we've got some new microphones. There's some really awesome wireless microphones, which means we can go out and about, record wherever we want, and we don't have to worry about a distance of a wire restricting us to a certain length of the camera. So it's actually kind of annoying because you can't get a dock for these, and when you put them on charge, they're all just kind of loose and all over the place, so you've got to keep an eye on them. So this is exactly what this is. So basically my chargers come through these holes right here and here. They get sort of secured into place, and then basically I will grab my microphone and they will just dock into these holes, allowing them to charge and also allowing the screen to be seen so you know when they are fully charged. So that's what I've done, and I'll make sure to leave the Tinkercad link in the description, so if you are interested, please go check that out. So let's go get everything together and let's see if this works. So I've basically sped along with this process because when you think about it, it's basically 4 squares and 1 rectangle glued together, and that is what it looks like. But how I seated these cables is I thought was pretty clever. Basically, I pushed it through the hole, I made sure there was a lot of slack on the USB Type-C, and then I plugged it into the microphone so I could move it like this. I basically pushed it down so it was in place, and then what I did from there was, once I was holding it like this, I basically tacked it at the bottom to make sure that this cable wasn't going to move. Let that dry, and then I put a little plate over the top of it and then filled up any gaps with a little bit of silicone. That way this is completely secured and the charger is in the correct place for when I actually put these microphones into these holes. So if I grab this one, stick that in there, bosh! Both of these microphones are docked and both of these are going to be charged. And I thought that was just really, really cool. And we'll just double check that this works in a second, but I've got a few other things to talk about. And the first one is, I suppose this video isn't about the microphone docking station, the charger. It's more about what you can do with a 3D printer depending on what problem is actually arising and how you can overcome that problem using the 3D printer as a tool. And that was the main point of this video, I think. And before we go stick these on chargers, one thing that I've got to do, and that is I need to secure these cables here and here, but I'm just going to do that with a little touch of glue. And then we can go see if this will charge. Right, so there's my docking station. I've got it on my desk and I'm just going to plug it into my laptop. So if I do that, there you go. You can see that both of them come on and they're charging really nicely. So if I unplug that, I can easily plug that back in, give it a little push, and voila, it's docking absolutely perfectly. That works really well and I'm happy with the result. So I thought that was actually really cool. This docking station works really well. I no longer have to worry about these bashing into each other, hanging down below my desk and possibly losing them because, well, we've got some way to organise them. But I suppose with that being said, that does bring me to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions or suggestions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comments and I will try my best to answer them all. Anyway guys, I hope you had the most fantastic day and I will see you later.